Hi, I'm Eric with Primus, and in this video I'd like to talk a little bit about gas, what it is and how it works. So the gas we use, it comes from crude oil, so it's basically hydrocarbons that comes from the petrol industry basically. And it behaves pretty similar to other substances as you may be more familiar with, like water, except for the flammable part then, of course. But as water, it can appear in a solid form, it can be in liquid form and in a gas form. The solid form, it requires really low temperature. So in normal outdoor conditions, we won't reach to this state basically. But the liquid form and the gas form is very relevant for how it behaves in our conditions. What determines the transition between liquid and the gas form is the boiling point. And the boiling points of the substances that we use is propane. It has the lowest at -42 degrees Celsius. Isobutane, it has a boiling point about -10 degrees, and butane is around the freezing point of water, so around 0 degrees. So in the canister, it is liquid form, but here it's depending on the pressure. So we compress the gas and then it becomes in a liquid form as well. But then it's a pressure in the canister, and this pressure depends on the temperature. So the higher the temperature, the higher the pressure is, and the more gas will flow out when you use it, and that will lead to a higher output in the stove. On the other side of it, if we chill it down, if it's really cold outside and you get temperature below the boiling point, there will be no overpressure in the gas canister, and no gas will come out of it when we use it. So then what happens if we use it with a gas stove? As I said, inside the canister it is liquid, and when we open the valve and let gas out, this liquid will start to boil, and the vapor or the gas comes out, what we use. Sometimes you can see that frost is forming on the outside, and this has to do with the same process, because just as with water, when it boils, this consumes energy. And this energy is taken from the ambient heat around the canister and through the walls of the canister. And when you run it on really high gas flows, then it consumes a lot of energy, and the canister can cool down so much so frost will form outside of it basically. So in our canisters, we use a mixture of these different type of substances, and we do that to give them different performances depending on when you want to use it. So we have the power gas and the SIP gas, and their performance is very similar, but it's the most all-round gas we have. If it's really high temperatures outside, like in the summer gas, it's more affordable and a better choice. And in the winter time, we have the winter gas. That is actually the same gas mixture as this one, but it has some other features that makes it perform better in the winter time. We have a different video that explains more about exactly how we make this better for colder conditions. So that's a little bit why we have the different type of gases. And now you know a little bit more on how it works.